Hey, what up, crew? Uh, wow, the sun is out. I need to manscape a little bit. Summer's almost here, so I'm gonna take care of that. Uh, hope everybody had a great weekend. I really do. Uh, a crazy weekend for me. Well, first of all, the government didn't shut down. I kind of expected that. The Dems are leaning a little bit. It's all about money. And I have a lot of Dem friends, and I love them. I do. So I'm very proud of the Dems. They're doing what they can to get by. That's great. What do you say? I mean, what do you say? It is what it is. So we'll deal with that. I want to touch base a little bit on a really shitty weekend, good and bad. Um, God, where do I start? So Saturday night, I go to this club. I'm not going to name the club because I'm trying to give them redemption. So this guy's in the club, and he'd been drinking since 4 p.m. Hammered, 73 years old. And, bartenders overserve when they get big tips. And the guy has some money, so he's a big tipper. I don't know him that well, but I know of him. Falls out of the bar stool, high chair bar stools, bangs his head so loud I could hear it over the music. And I heard his head bounce. I mean, when I hear it over the music, that's kind of scary. So he starts seizing, eyes rolling back in his head. I lost his heartbeat twice, and security was there helping me to, I guess, resuscitate the guy. I've had a lot of training in CPR over the years after 9 seasons of being a lifeguard. I get the guy's heartbeat back, I lose it again, and his eyes roll up to the top of his head. So I'm like, oh man, this is not good. Not good. So I bring him back again, and they call 911 because the club didn't want the police there. I mean, I get it. I've worked many clubs. I understand it. So they finally get there, and the ambulance crew. This is really sad. It's really sad. They just come beside me. I'm rubbing his chest out, making sure, doing what I can anyway, as far as life procedures. And they're just like, oh, how are you, sir? We okay? And I'm like, what are you guys doing? So they finally put him on the stretcher after my suggestion. And I was not very happy. I was kind of an asshole. I really was, because this is somebody's life. What is this? Your father, your grandfather, a relative, a friend. So they finally put him in the ambulance. He's there for about an hour. And I'm like, okay, so I understand you have to stabilize somebody before you transport them. Smart, the right move. I get it. But I'm starting to worry after about an hour. So I walk outside like, what the hell's going on? And they're letting the guy go from the ambulance, and they're trying to put him into his car. The police are. He falls out of the ambulance, and this guy just seized in front of me. It was really bad, but either way, it was a sad moment for me to see that's how our people roll. Wow, and I was livid. So I'm sure I overreacted. Some of the people that work there, except for the security people that helped me save this guy's life, which I did. Because I'm not going to let anybody die on my watch. I'm not. If I can help it, I'm not. So they were like, yeah, he's a real asshole. He was telling the police what to do in the rescue squad. I was, because I've dealt with these things before. And all the years I've been in clubs and lifeguarding and et cetera, et cetera. So anyway, apparently the guy is okay, but it was really a shit show. And I was exhausted. I got home around 2 a.m. and my blood was boiling. I was so angry over this. Is this how we as humans treat other human beings? Gotta let it go. I understand. Yeah, just wow. So I'm trying to think. I wanted to tell you guys something. So my brother John and I, we still exchange songs. It's kind of becoming like a running debate. So it's funny. So I sent him a song today. Saving all my love for you, Whitney Houston. So I'm driving home and it pops up on my Spotify on my car. I'm saving all my love for you. So I sent it to my brother. So I'm waiting on his response on that one. It should be funny, something I do love to do. And I did a food drive this weekend with my baby mama and my son. Highly successful, and I'm going to put some comments or something about this drive, what they did for the community. I was amazed, and I do a lot of nonprofits, at least 2 a month. I try to, at least 2. And the food they gave away, it was like 8,000 pounds. It was insane. And, there are good people out there. There are good people out there. And just the smiles, the people, God bless you and thank you. And I did nothing other than just kind of record the event. There are good people out there. And it's all love. And it makes me smile, makes me happy to see that people care. It's a good thing. So much love to everybody. I'm working on a sports story with a Major League Baseball team. I can't really say anything. Yeah, I know I've got my caps on. Yeah, Ovechkin, he's my dude. So I'm pulling for them. I want to share the story as soon as I can because I'm under a non-disclosure, so I can't say that much. But exhausted. Hell of a weekend. To my mom, who she's going to watch this eventually. She doesn't like that I use foul language. She always gets on me. But Mom, I love you, but it's who I am. I'm never going to stop being who I am. I love you much. Please know that. Mommy. And just one love.